in the South Georgia area right now at South Georgia, either North Florida. I think I'm in South Georgia, but kind of been back and forth between North Florida and South Georgia. But down here at was a family reunion, so down here chilling. But I wanted to talk to you guys about new money versus old money. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, man. It's been a lot of stuff, and I think that it's too much one-sided conversation about new money and old money. And the reason I say new money versus old money is because I've been seeing people who come from old money or people who are already successful who criticize the new ways that people are getting money today, right? So, for instance, I was watching something, I think it was something that Warren Buffett or Warren Buffett's business partner, and he was saying that one of them made a joke about, billionaires or people who got a lot of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, writing books and, mailing them to you for a fee. If you pay the shipping, then they'll send you a free book and all of that. And so I've seen those people like laugh about it, making it seem, laughable or whatever, that doesn't make any sense. I've also seen Bun B saying that really, really, really rich people don't have to wear it. They don't feel the need that they need to wear jewelry and display wealth in that kind of way, And I find the conversation, even though I understand where it comes from all of these people, especially, like say with Bun B, right? He said that he's in rooms with people who got serious money and they don't feel the need to be Gucci down and wear chains and all that kind of stuff. Like they don't need to display that kind of wealth because real money don't have to. Now, my thing is, it's two-part, right? One is, I know I came from the street, right? Like where I came out the trap, like where people who was like the big dogs or whatever, or the people who it was like people like Big Meech, them, they were flashy because it also attracted more money to them, right? And I think it's the same way with certain types of entertainment. If you're a rapper and your image is the earthly look, and you attract what you attract, and we don't know how much money anybody has, right? But I can tell you that I know for a fact that based off of my lifestyle, I've had a lot of cars in my life. I've had a lot of, I've had several houses. I've done a lot of things. I traveled a lot, and I was showing this stuff because it was just my normal life. It wasn't like I was trying to put on. Like I used to have a lot of jewelry. I used to be really, really into jewelry. I was a watch fanatic, which is why I built my own watch. This is my own brand of watch. It's a casino watch. So, this is why I started doing things the way I did them. But what I realized was people didn't. If people wanted me to come do something, as far as they wanted to pay me to come out to an event or whatever, they were willing to pay me, but it was based off of a perceived notion of what I was worth. Now, I knew what I was worth, and I knew what I would move for, or what I would move for. I knew that internally, which is part of the laws of diminishing marginal utility. You'll learn that in your accounting courses, but that's part of the law of saturation. So I knew what I would move for, but based off of what my public perception was, is what people based how much they were willing to pay me. So in the realm of, say, a Grant Cardone who says, hey, I'll get this book to you for free if you pay for shipping or whatever. I'll send you the book for free. You ain't got to pay for it. And other billionaires thinking that's hilarious that he would even be doing something like that if he's truly a billionaire. I would just say that's why I said it's two part, because we don't know. We know that money can attract or the perception of money can also be a good marketing tool to bring people in. But also the we don't know what works for other people. So for a Warren Buffett whose main thing is stocks, stocks have made him where he is, one of the top 5 richest people on the planet. For a long time was reigning number 2 as the second richest person on the planet. As one of the richest people on the planet, that served him well, right? But to not really understand how another billionaire made his money, or to really look into his business numbers and things like that, for this man to say, Grant Cardone, to have control of say $5 billion in real estate or something like that, and be worth whatever he's worth, we don't know how much money he actually makes from these books. And I don't even mean from the actual direct sale of the book, because there's other intangibles that you may not see. The books also just may bring him up in conversation. Like for instance, if you look at my channel, right? By the way, if you guys are watching, please smash the like button, get in the comment section. Let me see. Get in the comment section, tell me where you guys are from. But like in the term of say my channel says, I'm gonna read these numbers to you, okay? So, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because you may not be able to see the full effect of why somebody is doing what they're doing, or the full effect of what's working for somebody, okay? So I'm gonna show you right here. This is my YouTube analytics. Let's see. All right. So it says right here, which is terrible, by the way, because I really haven't been doing videos. It says right here, 176 new subscribers in the last 28 days, which is terrible. It's terrible, okay? I know it usually be higher than that, but it's terrible. I'm gonna do better. Somebody's trying to spam, okay? Some bot is spamming. All right, so 176 new subscribers in the last 28 days. That's what that is, right? Now, if you look at this, all right, so this says view story, right? Watch. If I click view story, it says I had 32,000 new viewers. It says 32,000 new viewers found your channel in the last 90 days, right? So I have 37,000 subscribers. Let me make sure. All right. How do I find it? All right. I have 37,606 subscribers. It says 32,000 new subscribers found my channel in the last 90 days. That's almost like if you thought, oh, well, only 37,000 people come to his channel. No, I've had 32,000 new people come in the last 90 days. Not in the last 90 days, maybe less than 500 of them actually subscribed or something like that. Maybe 600 of them subscribed, something like that. But I've had 32,000 new people come to my channel in the last 90 days. But if that was the case, most people would look at my channel and say, oh, it's only 37,000 people actually subscribe in total. But you won't think that, oh, it's 32,000 new people in just the last 90 days. We don't even know what a year looks like of new people who came past, right? But so like if you looked at that, that's like maybe 120,000 people over the course of a year that's possibly new that came through. But when you're just looking at a base number, it's like, how does this make any sense? Like, what's the value of that? But it's basically you're in conversation. So if 120,000 new people discovered my channel in the last year, I'm bigger than what's perceived, right? And we're just talking about the last year. Now, it took me years to get up to 37,000 subscribers. But if you're talking about year after year, matter of fact, my first year, I probably had maybe 1 million people come by my channel in that time frame. And when I was first growing, I had like a 12,000 subscriber month or something like that. So in that month, it's probably 1 million new people came across in that time frame. So it's like you may not really see the full benefit up front. Like him selling that book may not turn into money like that up front. It may not look like that up front to you. But if you're not in his game, if you're not in his space, you wouldn't get that. You're not him. He knows why he's trying to sell this book. Maybe he does need the money. I don't know. Maybe he needs the money. But it's too much guessing and judging each other without really knowing what we even talking about. Okay? So I was telling somebody about, new guys, these new influencers getting like a crazy bag, right? Some of them making $1 million a week. Some of them making, $1 million a month, 500,000 every 2 days. It's some crazy numbers out here that some of these guys is making. And some of them are young, they're in their 20s. And so while telling somebody, hey, this kid is making this much money, this kid I know just made this. And when I tell somebody who may be 50, 60 years old, 45 years old, and they went through their process and they may have money, right? They're like, yeah, but what they gonna do with it though? Are they? And I'm like, no. These kids are investing in real estate. They're building businesses. They're doing this. They got trust funds. They got trust set up. Their children have trust already. They're having the conversations that you think they not having because they got a nice chain. They might have spent $20,000 on a chain, but they making different kind of money than what you used to seeing. And that $20,000 chain might have brought them, $200,000 worth of attention. It made sense if you were them. But to you, and you're, privately sitting in your cubicle or got your home office or something like that, and you might be making $50,000 a month running your business or whatever. But you're doing it quietly and privately, and that's great for you. But these kids might be making some money that you can't understand, or the things that they're doing brings more attention to them. You're just not gonna understand that, right? But you think because you just found out 2 years ago about setting up a trust for your family, that you just started buying real estate, don't mean that these kids who 18, 19, 20, 22 years old ain't already having those conversations, because they just because you see them on a nice car and they living in a condo, don't mean that they ain't already got $2 million in land somewhere sitting and stuff like that. You don't know what they got going on. Now, it is important that if they're not having those conversations, that they do get into those conversations. But a lot of these new influencers and these new kids out here getting money, and new people out here getting money, they really are having these conversations. It's crazy. It's crazy. I ain't gonna bring it up, because you got to think, there's kids out here who are like my son. My son is 12, and he's trying to figure out how to start a nonprofit so that people can donate money to him. Now, that's not necessarily the way, we're going to fix that. We're going to get that all the way right. But he's trying to figure these things out now. He's trying to find out about taxable, how people can save on their taxes by donating their money to him, So, but he's having that conversation. He's 12. I didn't have that conversation. I also didn't have me, but, some of these ideas that he have are just different, And so there are definitely people who 20, 22 years old, 25 years old, who making a crazy amount of money, and they're realizing, I got to do something with this. So they buying businesses, they buying real estate, they buying cars to rent out. They're buying, they're getting Airbnbs and things like that. They're doing a lot of things that I know when I was at their age, we weren't having those conversations. We didn't start having those conversations till we was in our 30s and around people in their 40s and 50s and stuff like that. But these guys is already doing it. They already trying to protect their assets. You know, they're making money way faster today than we did. You know, don't get me wrong. That's why things have to go up. That's why inflation is what it is. But they're making a different kind of money. Y'all got to get off these people. Y'all don't even know these folks. Y'all don't know people. People don't know what somebody else is doing. They just assuming that they know because of whatever stereotype that there is, because they didn't know. You know, it's like people try to reflect themselves onto you. You know what I mean? So, and don't get me wrong, Warren Buffett is my favorite business idol, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was like, yo, this is the person that I really look up to when it comes to doing this business stuff, that's who it is. Ever since I was a kid, that's who I was like, yo, Warren Buffett. Now, of course, I'm in the hood. People are like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Who you talking about? But I always looked up to what, you know, his business practices. I incorporated a lot of them into my own perspective and view on business and things like that. I like to invest in businesses that I understand. I don't like to do stuff that I don't understand, or I don't do stuff I don't understand. And I like to invest in people, right? You got good leadership, good direction, people smart. You know, I invest in that versus, you know, not really knowing anything and just kind of assuming that the business is going to be what it is. I look at infrastructure, I look at things like that. But those are the reasons why, is because of Warren Buffett. But if Grant Cardone selling books or whatever is helping him grow, and we don't know what his goal is, I'm assuming his goal is to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, business guru icon, whatever. Maybe that's his. Maybe money is no longer his most his mode, like what he's trying to get to. Like maybe money isn't his motivating factor anymore. Maybe it's legacy. Because that's what it is for me. It's legacy for me at this point. Like, it's not really about money. You know, I've had like 28 cars or something like that. I got 3 cars now. Like, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to park all these cars in my house. It's crazy because when people come over, it's like cars in the driveway on the street. It's, oh my God, I got a truck. I can't even really get in the garage. Anyway, the point though is, you know, material things may still attract people, you know. I still like to see Grant Cardone's jet. It makes me feel like, imagine this. Imagine somebody telling you, I don't know, maybe this has never happened to you guys. Matter of fact, it's 13 people watching right now. Please smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. But imagine somebody telling you, hey, if you want to really get a nice crib, if you want to live in a $500,000 house, and you want to have a Porsche and a Ferrari, then you need to do this, right? But imagine if you look at this person and you say, but you homeless. Wait, you telling me to invest in this thing and you don't have a car, and you telling me this is how I'm gonna get the car, right? Versus the person who pull up and they jump out and they in that Ferrari. They driving up to that house and they like, yo, this crib paid off. Look, I can show you the deed. Look, this car, I got the pink slip. This is my name. This is my business name. And I can show you the website. Like, look, this is this. You know, you see how this look? I live that, right? I got the shades on. I got the chains on. I got the jewelry. I got what you want, right? Who do you believe? Now, I'm not saying both of them could be, you know, the person who ain't got no crib, got no car, can have way more money than everybody. Everybody on the planet. They could be, you know, they could be that, but you don't get a chance. Like, imagine that. Has anybody ever came to you and gave you advice about school or something like that, and you be like, who are you? Like, or don't even go to school, dog. Don't even go to school. You could be like me. It's like, who are you? Yeah, one might have won the lottery. I don't know, left out loud. Right, but we need proof, right? I mean, well, we desire proof, you know? And it's crazy, right? So my son, right, he sees rappers, he sees actors, he sees athletes, he sees all this stuff. And to him, that is, you know, that because of what they showing the lifestyle, because we all want nice things. I mean, not all of us, because clearly some people would rather not have nice things. But if you desire nice things, And there's more people than there's, let's say 1 out of 100 people may not want a nice car. Let's say 1 out of 100, but the 99 or the masses want a nice car. They want a nice place to live. They want a nice, everything. They want the best cell phone. They want they want the best clothes. So there is a market of way more people than people who don't care to look good, you know? So like if I'm trying to market myself business wise or whatever, I'm trying to market to those people who want those things, and I'm gonna be way more effective by showing this is the lifestyle. Cash Money Records outsold every record label on the planet. How did they do it? By showing off. The #1 stunner, Birdman. Show off. But old money, now don't get me wrong, Birdman still ain't got, Warren Buffett money. You did. Warren Buffett is also from a different time. He had a different story, a different struggle. Now imagine this. What if Warren Buffett was a stunner though? Do you think that his career could have been positively affected, where he may be even richer than he is now? If he had been like, yo, 40 years ago, I'm that guy. I got stupid money. We gonna make it rain. If he had been that person, who knows, he might have even he might have double the wealth he has right now if he was that guy. We don't know. But he's speaking from a point where he doesn't have to be that guy, because he up so high up. What's money? What's money to him? I read one time that I think it was, and I could get these numbers wrong, but I think it was $1,000, right? It said, I think it said like Bill Gates made $300 a second. So if he dropped $1,000 on the ground in the 3.5 seconds that it would have taken him to pick it up, he would have made the money back. So he might as well have kept walking, right? So when you're making money like that, then what's money? It's seconds. It's seconds of your life. It's nothing. This money is nothing to you, right? So yes, a gold chain to him is like, okay, but I need a. Warren Buffett was talking about, having gold bars and stuff like that. Like if you had gold bars and they sit in a room, they're not really making you no money. You might as well go buy some cattle or invest on a farm or something that's going to double itself or whatever. So it's things like that like his perspective of money is not even, but, and then he probably is just not necessarily a person who comes from that culture or whatever. And so, but at the same time, if Warren Buffett, and I still think that he benefits with the fact that we know he rich as hell, right? Those kids that's making $1 million quickly, what do they do? Okay, so that's a good question. So let me make sure I got all your. Okay, so you said the kids that's making $1 million quickly. All right, so some of them, well, I want to just say they just basic influencers, but let's say they start off doing YouTube videos, right? And they become influencers, and then they create a business, a course, they release a product, they take the money. Let's say you get a let's say a YouTuber got $110,000 check. Guy in college or whatever, get $110,000 check doing YouTube videos every month. He getting this check, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Drop out of school. He drop out of school, boom. He full time on YouTube, doing this thing. But then he started getting brand deals, start getting sponsorships, things like that. Starts to create his own merch, investing in property way back, and so this thing goes on for years and years, right? And so like people like say like DJ Academics, and he said, I don't know if he didn't necessarily say he made $12 million a year, but he's somewhere in that ballpark of $12 million a year, right? And that's only because somebody else who did make $12 million a year, he said he right there. I'm right there, right? So, but like these guys who said, dude, that naked HD is a No troll. Oh man, I'm so tired of that. But so like there's guys like that who are making money, and then there's plenty of other people like Corey. Let me see what Corey said, because Corey was saying I think he was making like, I could be wrong, but I think he was saying he was making like 30, 40,000 a day, you know, and so they're selling items online because they got affiliate links. They're saying, hey, I recommended you to take this vacation to this place. Here's a link to that. You know, you book that. You book it through that. They getting paid. So they making so many. They got money. They making money in so many different ways. And so of course, imagine you make 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. You 6 months in, you got no kids. You make 600,000 in 6 months, and you 18, 19, 20 years old. And you going up, right? You get into $1 million. You hit $1 million in the first year. The second year you do 6 million. The third year you do 10 million. And so they're taking that money and they're investing it in houses, in land, and because they're trying to make more money. But they're not like the kind of people who like just making the money and then we just blowing it, right? They not coming from that mentality. They like, okay, I made this much, you know, I hired an accountant, I did this, I got an investor friend. They're not like the people who just like athletes and they just went in and they'll, you know, I just play football, I'm not a businessman, I play football. You know, I play basketball, I'm not a businessman, I play basketball. So they not like those people. They're like, yo, I'm a businessman up front. Like, yo, this is the money. They're already coming from that mentality. So they're trying to grow it. Let me see. Yeah, you could multiply that money. How are the government contracts going? Can you share some of your knowledge and experience? For sure. All right, so government contracts. You know, I should have probably did a separate video on this or something like that. But so government contracts, right? I was just telling somebody today at the family reunion that because they used to work in federal contracting as a contractor for a company that had a government contract, right? So they were making a crazy amount of money. They were IT, and so I was telling him, I was like, yo, bro, you gotta, you know, he's military just like I was too, so we're familiar with it, but it's like somebody else always gets the contract. We don't get the contract, right? And we just work for the companies that get the contracts or whatever. So I was telling him, I said, like, he had another business, and you know, with the economy the way it's going right now, he's like, yeah, I don't even want to be in that business. I just kind of almost just want to work, and you got to think about nothing or whatever. So he was saying that like because the economy is changing, it's you know, it's a lot of, you know, whether or not it is or isn't competition and all of that. And I said, well, see, that's the beautiful part about government contracts. This money is guaranteed. It's not like going into a private business and you're hoping that the mom and pop, like you're a mom and pop store, and you're hoping that people shop with you, or you create a clothing line and you hope that somebody buys your clothes, but you're completely dependent on what everybody else wants to do, right? But not with government contracts. That's the beauty part of government contracts. By the way, it's 17 people on here. Please smash the like button. Trying to get the likes up. All right, please get the likes going or whatever, bro. Trying to get these numbers up. You feel me? All right, so the thing about government contracting is you're not in competition or anything. You get a $3 million government contract. You get a $2 million government contract. That money is coming. That money's coming. Like, it ain't no questions about that. It's not like trying to nickel and dime your way to something. We ain't talking about nickel and diming. We talking about $200,000 contract to go do this XYZ. It might cost you $50,000, $80,000, $90,000 to complete it. Maybe you got to hire people, whatever like that. Maybe you got to pay them like $90,000 for that year. But you get a check. You compensate at $200. You know, even if it ain't that. Even if it's $150,000 to complete this $200,000 contract, you still get a $50,000, you know, bump on top of that, right? So you still getting that 200, right? So it's different from going out here and saying, I don't know, hopefully this works. Like, I just bought this truck, I just bought this trailer, hopefully I get some business. Your business built in. Like, you're not you're not really competing. Don't get me wrong, you still got to bid on contracts and stuff like that, but the marketplace is small. And that government money ain't no joke. Like it come. It ain't, you know, it ain't that. Like they budget, they obligate the money, it sits in an account and they wait for you to complete your invoice. And, you know what I mean? But it's not like I still got $250 out there right now from when I had my trucking company running, from when I delivered this vehicle, and we got, I think the driver, he got something signed, but he had to get something else signed, and we had to reach back out, and then they was like, okay, well, we put the money in the system, and you can't get the money out the system unless you do that. It's like, yo, I got $250 out there still. I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to deal with them. But that government money, man, I ain't missed a beat. That check keep coming. Hit. That check hitting. I got a check on the, it's there. I see the where they paid it already, but it ain't hit my account yet. You know what I'm saying? This other little part that I be getting or whatever from the government. So like them checks, they different, and it's designed for you to have a real business. Okay? Like this is what I'm saying. When you go out and you got your private business, right? And you go around, let's say you got a lawn service. You going around and you telling people, hey, I cut yards for this amount, right? Some people gonna be like, well, do you take this? And you be like, let me look at the yard. Can you do this? There ain't none of that going on with this government stuff. It ain't, it ain't to a point where you like, well, I gotta do something. I gotta get out here and make something. It's not like that. Right? It's you tell them what it is, you get your contract, it's locked in, that's that. You might get more money out of them than what you initially told them about the contract, right? Like you may say, all right, well, it's a facility, let's say it's a facilities contract, and you're maintaining the facility for whatever rate. But then something happens with the facility and you got to get something fixed. So you got to call in somebody to come fix it. Whatever they fix it for, you upcharge a little bit to the government and say, hey, I can get it fixed for this. They say, cool. And you making money off of that, right? So it's all sorts of different little ways that you might be locked in one contract that might be cool, but then you're like, hey, there's more money out here. And so you invoicing for those additional things because they say, hey, we need you to do this one thing, but if something else pop up and you connected to it, you might get another bag at it. So, but it's way different. By the way, we got 17 people on here, man. Y'all smash that like button, man. This is a different time, man. People who made old money can't tell y'all about they're judging the new money. And they can give you pointers. Hey, you got trust funds, you got this, you can put all of this, you can do this with the money, you can pull this money. But telling people how they supposed to spend money as far as like whether or not they should buy a chain or whether they not shouldn't, unless they understand that business that those people are in, it's a lot of judgment going on. It's a lot of they didn't need the internet back then. They didn't, and like I was saying, even Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they benefit not just from the press that they get from being CEOs of major corporations, but they also benefit from the fact that there's Forbes lists. That's a way to market you. They're in Forbes, CNN, they speaking in Congress. All of those platforms is pushing them. But imagine if I'm just little old me growing up in Tallahassee, Florida, and I'm in the same headline as you without the Senate, without Congress talking about me, without CNN like doing a story on me because I got 5,000 employees or something like that, and all of that. Like I maybe I don't have Forbes recognizing me yet. Maybe I got to get out here and put a chain on and brag about my new boat that I just got, which I don't have one, but I'm just saying, if I was, you know what I mean? So like maybe I have to do that, because once I do that, now people are saying, hey, well, we want to invite Warren Buffett and we want to invite Casino as the name to this event because people are both interested in both of them. So, maybe I have to give away a free book in order to get enough people to like pay attention to me or whatever like that. I don't know. Like it's so many other things to really be taken into account. And it's a lot of judgment that I've been seeing from old money talking about new money. And the only reason I'm even saying this is because I'm new money. I'm new money, baby. You feel me? So don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right. Let me know. Pull me to the side. Tell me, hey, bro, well, ask me why you doing this. Because believe it, there's a lot of people that try to give me advice. And don't get me wrong. I'm open. I'm an open book. Talk to me. Let me know if you think I'm doing something wrong. But there's been a lot of times where people have pulled me to the side. You know, people got big bread. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, man, what are you doing that for? We don't need to do that. And I done told them, well, let me show you why I'm doing it. And when I show them, you know what some of them have said? Oh, shit, I need to do that too. Help me do mine. You know what I'm saying? Help me do mine. I ain't know that do that, you know? So I'm telling you, I done showed people who got way more money than me, multi-millionaires. I done showed them some stuff, and they like, oh, I ain't even know that do that, because I learned the old way. We don't even talk about this. I ain't know a bad come with that. We're talking about it. Oh yeah, a bad can come with it. Oh yeah. You know, you attract money, you know? Anyway, by the way, Lil Wayne said, rap about money and I might sign you, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody might sign you. And that's basically what it is. If you rap about money, money gonna come. Somebody gonna be like, yo, I gotta lock him down. People, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunate. I mean, I won't say unfortunate, but it's just kind of what it is. You know, if you talk about, it's like you put out whatever energy you want to come back. You know what I'm saying? Talk about gangster stuff gonna come back. Talk about money probably gonna come back. You know, talk about love gonna come back. Love or hate. You talk about hate gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, but at the same time, I don't like people lying and all that kind of stuff or whatever like that. But the government contracting, to me, is the big joker. You know, I don't know if y'all played like spades and all that, but government contracting is the big joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the one place. I done seen all kind of businesses. I seen all kind of stuff, but it's the one that I don't be excited. I done did a lot, seen a lot. You know, there was even a period of time where I was like, bro. Matter of fact, real estate got me re-excited. I got a video on this channel where I say I'm not buying any more real estate. Not right now. It isn't making any sense, because I can buy a truck and make money with this truck. Real estate has changed, okay? The value of houses has finally caught up on the rents to make sense, okay? There were people who, I knew a guy, he had 100 houses. Mr. Charles, let me put business out there. Mr. Charles had 100 houses, okay? I said, Mr. Charles, how much money you make profit per house? He said, about $100. You make $100 profit per house? He said, yep. He said, but I got 100 of them. So, you know, I take the $100 profits and I you know, I put them to, you know, I put a profit, you know, I group the profit together, take, you know, a couple dollars out of it for emergencies and stuff like that. But then I dump all that money to try to pay each one of the houses down. And he had a plan to have all the houses paid off by a certain period of time, whatever like that. Anyway, I said $100 per house. What about a roof? A roof gonna set you back. He said, well, I got 100 houses, so it help protect. I said, what if you got 3 roofs that need to be replaced at the same time? He said, yeah, it's a little tight, but you know, I got 100 houses. So it's like, okay. So it's a long-term place, long-term investment. But I was like, bro, if I'm only buying one house, I'm not gonna be happy with $100 profit. That's $1,200 for the year. If I gotta put a AC unit in, it might be $5,000-$6,000. That gonna blow my profit for the next 6 years. Like, this don't make any sense. But now the profits make sense. The profits have changed. Now you got a house that's $1,000 that you paying $1,000 mortgage on. That house is now renting for $1,700, $1,800, $1,900. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We talking $700, $800, $900 a month. Oh yeah, yeah. You replace the AC unit, it'll be paid off in a year. That $6,000, I will make that back in 10 months. Yeah, it makes sense now. It's making sense. And then that AC unit ain't gonna replace for 10 years. So we good. Now, oh, you gotta put a roof on, it's gonna cost you 15, 20, you know, something like that. All right, 20,000. That's gonna take a couple years to come back, but that roof lasts 25 years. You know what I'm saying? So now it's starting to make sense if we renting and get money at that rate. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's so many other ways you can make money with real estate now, as far as like Airbnbs and things like that, where the numbers are supporting, going into real estate as far as like a long-term hold. But if it was like because even now, I got a house I owe $39,000 on. And I rent it, for like $1,000 a month, which is not a lot of money. I rent it for the low because I'm cool with the guy, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But I still make a profit. I make a decent profit. You know what I'm saying? So I make a nice profit, and I can go up and stuff like that. I don't really plan on going up right now, but I clear well over over $400 a month. You know what I'm saying, on that. And I only owe 39,000. Is worth like 140, 150 or something like that. But I owe 39. My mortgage is $400 some dollars. But there was a period of time where I might have had to pay. I might have only been able to rent it for $600 a month. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm at 1,000, and it's starting to make sense now. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different things out here now. But I don't know if because he wants to buy it. I don't know if I really want to sell it. I'm trying to give him some time to figure it out. But like, that's basically where the world is at this point. It's like, do it even make sense to sell it if I'm making $1,000 a month and I could be making more, right? But if I'm making $1,000 a month off this house not clearing, not cash flowing, but but it's bringing in a band a month, and I owe 39 on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can really have it paid off in a couple of years, with just rents, without adding any extra to it. But like that's the place of real estate now. It's like a weird, it's like, man, it's getting really, really good. So, but with that, like, trucking industry right now is terrible. Okay, it is terrible for a lot of people, and I'm not in it to see whether or not it's beneficial myself. Like, I've just only talked to people, so you got to listen to what people say, but you got to still look at it for yourself. And so me looking and talking to people is like, I don't know, because I did just see somebody go in the trucking and say he made like he's making like $40,000 a month. He profiting like $25,000 a month, and that's life changing for him. It's life changing for almost anybody if you're making $25,000 profit per month. So, it said trucking is terrible for owners or drivers. I think it's fine as long as you're a driver. I think for the drivers it's really good. I think for the owners right now, the owners are quitting trucking that I know. A lot of the owners are quitting trucking, but the drivers are cool, right? So I haven't looked at it for myself, you know what I'm saying? So to like really know, but when I left the business, it was cool, it was good. So I have to go back and look at that. But that, at a period of time, I was more into trucking. I was willing to invest in trucking. I thought trucking was a better investment than I thought real estate was. But now, shoot, if you can get right now, real estate is I guess decent, at least. It's not like one house is gonna make it so that you don't ever have to work again, because a month profit from from one single family house is probably what 1 day of profit would have been for me on a truck. Like I said, my profit was $300 with a truck, and I profit $400, $500 with a house for the month. 1 day of profit with a truck would have been $300-$400. So it's still an active investment. But now I can sell that house. I can flip that house. My houses. I got a video coming up where I talk about how much equity. I got over $500,000 in equity in my houses, and that's crazy, because like I ain't did nothing but just be there. 1 month my personal house went up $22,000 in equity. imagine trying to save up money in order to move into a house. Now, of course, the market is about to crash, or so they say. And so we're going to see how that looks, and if home values decrease, like my home value, we're going to see how all that look. But like right now, I'm up. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense as to why I'm up, because inflation is so high and people value space to stay now. Yeah, and gas is so expensive, diesel expensive, everything expensive. So the supply chain is going to have to make some adjustments. Some things are going to have to happen in order to get things to people, you know, in the way that they're supposed to or whatever. But you know, we're going to have to see. But it's people who came from a whole different kind of money, whole different kind of background, talking about like what this person is doing wrong and what this person is doing right. You don't even know. You don't know. You have no idea. Old money, y'all don't know what's going on out here. All right. It's a different time. It's a different time. All right. Y'all already rich. Leading new money people alone like myself. All right. We trying to figure it out. We taking your advice. But don't be out here talking down on us. You don't know what we dealing with. You have no idea what we dealing with. I'm gonna be honest. Even myself. Like, I'm new money, right? But I've been straight for like several years. And I can tell you for a fact that even me, I'm a little out of touch. I'm out of touch with what the hood like right now. Like, I'm out of touch. So when the first time I saw a kid, you know, somebody telling me, yo, this kid ain't got no shoes. Like these 2 or 3 kids, they ain't got no shoes to go outside. You know, like they outside barefoot. And it's like, ain't nobody got no money. I was like, can nobody go to Walmart and get them some shoes? No, we got like $8 in total for the whole household for food. You know, we got food from food stamps, but we ain't able to go get no shoes or whatever. And it's like, dang, I've been up for a minute. Like, I don't know no kids who don't have no shoes. I don't know no kids who don't have a tablet or iPhone or something like that. Even the babies got tablets. Some of them might have like real tablets, like iPads, and some of them got like the little kiddie tablets that got the little kid grips on it. Still be like a real tablet, and it just got like a kid grip on. But I don't know no kids who ain't straight. You know what I mean? Who hungry? I don't know none. And it hit me because I used to be running around with them kids like as a kid, you know. I got friends who ate out the trash can in real life. Like, this ain't no fake. So, but I've been removed from that for so long that even the kids that I grew up with who was in the struggle, they kids ain't in the struggle like that. Like, they might be in the projects, but they ain't barefoot. You know what I'm saying? As you've been out of the, yeah, a long time. I left at 19. I ain't been back, you know? So and especially now, it's like, yo, as time has progressed, because like when we talk about recession, right? The recession looks different. It looks completely different from what it probably looked like in the 20s or the Depression or whatever. What that was for that time frame is going to look way different. They keep talking about we're going through a recession, and we might go through a depression, and this. They can keep talking about that, and it's going to get bad, right? It can get bad. I ain't gonna say it's going to get bad, but it can get bad, right? If it ain't already bad for a lot of people, it can get bad. But we got Wi-Fi, we got Netflix, we got a lot of things we got these cell phones that we can watch YouTube videos for free. We got a lot of stuff that they didn't have in the Great Depression and stuff like that. And we have so many civil liberties and advancements in technology that life is just easier than what it was back then. Back then, wasn't no LA Fitness for you to say, man, dang, they cut my water off. I ain't able to take no shower. No, go on down there and get your LA Fitness. Like, the homeless people ain't the same kind of homeless people they was. Like, it's people who like, yo, I ain't got no crib, so I got to get a gym membership so I can go take a shower. Oh, I never thought it. Like, they didn't have that back then. We got so many advancements, and of course, it's terrible and it's tragic when people are going through what they're going through. But it's homeless people drinking Starbucks. I don't know. Like, it's a different world. Like, we're in such an entitled group of humans out here that, like, like, you know, like people asking for change and stuff like that. They not asking for they like, yo, I gotta, like, I swear, I promise you, I heard somebody say, yo, let me get $1. You got $1? Let me get $5, something like that. Like I'm hungry or whatever. Person said, I ain't got no cash on me. I ain't got nothing but my card. The person pulled out Square and was like, I could take cards too. I said, woo. Bro got a better cell phone than the person he was asking. You hear me? And I ain't mad at none of that. I'm just saying that the world is different. The struggle is a different struggle. It looked different from what it looked like before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, like just being able to be. I don't want to say this the wrong way. I ain't gonna say it. Because it's gonna come out wrong. It's gonna come out wrong. But I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna say it this way. If I had to be homeless and I'm in the homeless shelter, but I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm able to apply for jobs on my phone 24 hours a day, and I'm able to say, okay, you know what? I got a driver license. Okay, well, I scrumbled up enough money to get a driver license. I'm gonna sign up for Uber. I ain't got no car. Uber, I need to rent a car. I'm in a homeless shelter a week, 2 weeks, however long maybe it takes to get your Uber account approved. I think mine took a couple days, whatever it was. But let's just say I got my Uber account set up, whatever, Lyft, whatever, and I go rent a car with them. I'm able to start earning money. And yes, I might still have to go back to the shelter, you know, those nights or whatever. But eventually I'm able to start renting a room for $50 a day because I'm making $200 a day driving this car. Now I got to pay the car and thing. I don't know how much it'll be in total, but but yes, it's gonna be still tight. It's not like gonna be way up balling and stuff like that. But this place, this country we in, it is amazing at how fast you can go from nothing to something. You go from nothing to something. I don't even fear money. You know what I'm saying? I know it's out here. It's everywhere. Let me see. Panhandlers are cleaner now. Heck yeah. Man, they got J's on. I see a dude. Old man pushing the cart, man. Shoe better than mine. I wanted to ask him, where you get them from? Like, can you get some more? But you know, you can see you can use their bike to make deliveries and get paid. I ain't even think of that. Yeah, you can use a bike. You can ride a bicycle or whatever. It's so many things. There's so many charities that if you know what you're doing, look, like I don't even want to say the wrong thing, but somebody once told me, oh, I know how to be homeless. I'm a pro at being homeless. They said, man, if I lose everything, I know what programs, I know where to get this, I know where to get that, I know what website to go on, I know where I can go get food, this, I can go get a room for a couple of days. I'm like, oh, they're professional. They know how to go because they know the system. Well, see, regular people, when they think about, oh, I'm homeless, I wouldn't know what to do personally. Me personally, if I'm homeless, I'm calling somebody, hey man, come get me, because I don't want to be doing this. But I don't know the system. I don't know how to do this and that. I don't know that. But there's people like that who already, it's different from what it used to be. It's different. Some of it's still the same, but this nation has way more comforts and things like that than we have ever seen in history. Okay? Like from charities to do your cancer treatments if you ain't got no insurance it's so much out here that we don't even, like, regular citizens don't even realize. We like just oblivious to how comfortable we are. Yeah, it's definitely, and that's part of the problem though. That's part of the problem as to why it's getting worse and worse, is because we don't even understand how bad it is. It's bad already, but we so comfortable that, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, gas is high as hell. People still got business. They just complain, oh man, I'm tired of this gas. Let me put $100 in gas in this car real quick. $100 in gas. And some of y'all gonna ride it out this week and still be complaining, oh, gas so high, I'm tired. Let me put this gas in there. Like, it's crazy. It's people working at McDonald's with Gucci belts on. Real Gucci belts. Not the ones from the flea market. Real Gucci belts. They say they check and they go buy a Gucci belt. like it's crazy out here. $545 Gucci hat. I said, don't you work at Burger King? Yeah, cuz, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got a drip. I gotta have that drip. But I don't have a Gucci hat, okay? Like, the concept of money is different today. It's different. It's the world we live in. Anyway, I ain't even mean to go into all that, but I'm just saying, people with the old money versus new money is two different worlds. Social media has changed everything. The internet has changed everything. What you think is not a good idea might actually be a good idea. They may even be able to teach you something. They're going to stop judging people, come down off your high horse, and try to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and y'all got to stop, especially looking at people who not in your industry. Bro, if you are an entertainer and it is proven that your image matters, stop comparing yourself to somebody who don't have to have that for their business. Don't compare yourself to the IT guy who gonna make $200,000 working on computers, building infrastructures. You don't know how to do that. What you know how to do is look good and make people want to get autographs. So you might need to look like a superstar. Y'all remember when superstars used to like superstars? Remember Michael Jackson them used to have these glittery jackets on with the shoulder pads that look like a prince of Egypt or something like that, or you know what I'm talking about. Y'all remember when they used to look like superstars? They used to have diamond gloves on and stuff like that, you know? Now, superstars look like they homeless. I'm gonna be honest. Like, they look like what our old hood kids used to look like, or with the, they look dirty. People look dirty. People look dirty now, and them the superstars now. I don't know what happened. They'll get a Louis Vuitton belt on, and they'll get a Louis Vuitton belt and display the buckle. They'll be sagging. They had the tattoos. Now, we've been sagging. It ain't nothing new. It's just that we had newer looking clothes or something. I don't know what it is. They wear raggedy clothes now. I don't know. It's different. It's just different. But I ain't judging. I'm just saying, do y'all remember when superstars, you like superstars? Now, if you like a superstar, it look like you posing. And if you don't look like you got no money, then you probably look a superstar. It's just different. But the point is, I'm trying to make, if you do entertainment and improve your image, increases more income coming in, then do what you gotta do, shawty. You know what I'm saying? When you go put that suit on to go to your job interview, remember that. Because that may not be how you be feeling on your normal dress, but it helped. You know what I'm saying? So don't be listening to these folks, man. Don't be. Wait till you get enough money and you like, you know what? I don't need to wear a chain anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's working for you, do it work for you. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino with his name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, smash the like button. Shout it, please. Smash the like button. And make sure y'all go check out some of my previous videos. I have 6 videos. So for the next 6 weeks for sure, what I'm trying to do, trying to drop a video every Wednesday for the rest of the year, right? So I got 6 already set to drop. So for the next 6 weeks, you can be expecting a video from me at 4:15 on Wednesday. And I got it set for 4:15 because I get off the clock officially at 4 o'clock, and 4:15 I'll be able to be on there and be in the chat with you guys. You feel me? So, but yeah, I got 6 videos set to drop over the next 6 weeks. I'm gonna try to get some more done, and so once I fill up the 52 weeks for the year, then I'm going to start working on maybe another day, like a Monday, start shooting videos for that Monday. Because what I want to do is, I really would love to be able to drop a video every day, like at least one video every day. I love to be able to do that, try to scale, try to grow my channel to the point where I'm a full-time YouTuber businessman. Because really, okay, so I'm two-sided. I'm trying to get my government contract and stuff to the point where I make enough money doing that where I don't I'm done with accounting. I'm no longer gonna be an accountant. Then I'm trying to also be a full-time YouTuber at the same time slash government contracting. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, right now you're watching Casino is the Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we are out.